Oh, hello, my dear friends. Today is Thursday, and of course, we're going to have a good stream on a very important topic about using PR agencies to strengthen your case. Is this legal? Is this gray area, or this is just purely smart? Okay, so I'm glad to greet everybody who's going to join our live stream, who's going to be active and ask me questions regarding this topic and everything else that we're going to be discussing today, and those of you who will be watching us offline after we finish. Before we begin, guys, let me share a few approvals, the recent approvals that we have in the company, and another approval for EB2 and IW, guys. And I know you're always curious about, hey, what's up with EB2 and IWs? We heard that those cases don't go through. It's much harder to get them in and things like that. And this is true. This is true. All of those cases are harder with the time to get approved. But unless you work with us. So this case started as a person who wanted to import some Japanese mini equipment, tractors, trucks, and similar vehicles to the US. And he got denial with another attorney for EB2 and IW. And it was a different project, different endeavor with another attorney, and it was a complete disaster. And he had only one tractor here at the time of the complex immigration planning. And after 6 months working with my team and under my strategy, we got this guy approved. So what's the national interest? Well, the support of local or smaller farmers who do not need big equipment, big vehicles. And without the vehicles and equipment, it's harder for them to grow. Okay? So, which means that the smaller equipment from Japan serves their purposes, reduces the cost, and helps them grow. All right? So this was a brilliant case. Guys, this case was brilliant, I believe. It's from zero to hero, basically. And I'm really excited because team and myself, we heavily participated in this case. With the brainstorm, idea was morphing, it was changing, it was taking different approach. So the ultimate product was very, very good. Approval without RFE, which is a rare thing with EB2 and IWs nowadays. We got a bunch of the business visa approvals, a bunch of E2s from Canada, L1 from Uzbekistan. And those are pretty hard, guys. Uzbekistani visas are very hard. We got L1 from Uzbekistan approved, the intercompany transfer, and a few EB1As for the IT. I mean, you guys are already tired of our IT cases. Many of them from Indian clients, and those are good news. Okay. So let's see what's on your mind, guys. Share what's going on with you. I see another Stanislav. Greetings from Reno, Stanislav. How you been in Nevada? Yes, I've been in Nevada. I've been to Las Vegas last year in August, and I went to Zion Park. I'm not sure if it's still Nevada or it's the, Utah or another state. Yes. A little harsh climate for me in Nevada. Very hot in the sun, cold in the shadow kind of thing. Lots of dust. So it's not my climate, although I can understand people who may enjoy this. I like the wet heat here in Miami. That's my thing, and I love the Miami's location because A few hours, you can get to so many destinations. Good. What else? What else, guys? Tell me what else going on with you. Tell me what's on your mind. What bothers you right now? Anybody won the green card lottery, guys? I bet none of you, right? None of you won, and no surprise, no surprise. Let me know. Let me know if you know anybody who won green card lottery. This is a rare case when it happens. On my way to Las Vegas now, not enjoying the weather though. I bet. Yeah, I don't like Las Vegas, to be honest. It's like it's a bad energy for me. It's, you know, a lot of vice and all this. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like all these things going in a Sin City. Although the actual Sin City is not Las Vegas, guys. The classic Sin City in the US is New Orleans. Okay, like if you participate in one of those games on TV and they're like, what's the Sin City in US, and Las Vegas is there, it's not. It's not. It is on the street, but in the classic perception, New Orleans is a Sin City. Just for your information, if you did know. All right, so let's switch to today's topic, guys. And the reason why I wanted to get it out of the way. And by the way, guys, this is my new office, my new home office. You see, I just assembled the bookshelves. I got my books. So very soon you guys will see a bunch of books and other things on these bookshelves. And those books are going to be a message to you, okay? Not gonna give you a spoiler alert, but you know what I mean, right? Like those books are gonna be there by not by chance, but by conscious consideration, okay? So stay tuned. All further YouTube videos is gonna be in this office, and my stream is gonna be in this office. So I wanna bring a little bit of symbolism and, you know, a little bit different vibe to those times when I actually get to speak to you and talk to you through YouTube video or streams. Okay, so the main topic today, and you guys ask this question all the time, and I see different opinions, and somebody saying, hey, this is just fraud, and you cannot strengthen your case through the PR agencies because they're buying those articles, they're paying for them, and this and that. And I see the other side of the spectrum where the attorneys say, hey, we just, not only we think it's totally legal, but we actually recommend to go and strengthen your case with the PR agencies, and we can even give you the contacts of such people. So where is the truth? Where is the truth of all this? And I bet, guys, that between two attorneys, there will be three opinions on this. And this is a very complicated topic. But I do have a take on that. I do have a stance. And my stance is very strong. And it's so strong that I'm openly talking about this. I'm making those streams. I'm telling you through the posts. I'm telling you that through the YouTube videos, and I'm not afraid of that, okay? And you know that Shamaev is one of those attorneys who is like, you know, has crystal clear reputation, okay? Of course, there's a bunch of crap online which is totally fake, and you guys know it. We talked about this, and it's been proven in the court and things like that. But yeah, crystal clear reputation. So no one with a crystal clear reputation would be doing something that's totally wrong, right? This is just illogical. And of course, nobody's gonna put an attorney license on the line. So let me give you my short answer. Is paying for PR agencies legal? And my answer is absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. And of course, there is the right way to do this and there is the wrong way to do this. So a good professional PR agency does things properly and ethically. They do not buy your articles, they do not buy your publications, they do not buy your spot in a competition to judge the work of other professionals. They lobby your interest to those people who make decisions. Do you see the difference between paying for an article or lobbying your interest to different journalists who will be interested in writing an article about you? Okay? And there's a huge difference it's like black and white, right? One is probably illegal. I don't say it is, but probably yes. When you bluntly pay like to editor board or whoever to write whatever, or when you approach and lobby the interest and find those who will be interested. This is totally different. This is a different approach. This is a different way to do things. So the PR agencies that we work with, they have those ethical standards. They have those things. And if I see something fishy about what's going on, because I don't do this, I don't deal with that. I have the strategy for the client, and client implements that strategy, and my team helps to describe the documents, to create the evidentiary base for the case. But we don't do this. The independent vendors do this kind of stuff. And if I see something fishy about what's going on, I bluntly deny to accept those documents. Okay. Because, first of all, my reputation and my company's reputation is at stake, and I will never risk that for any single case or a bunch of cases, because cases come and go, and we're here to stay for a long time. So if I see that a client tries to falsify, like fake something, or provide like Photoshop documents, that's almost in 95% cases is a termination of the contract. Okay, we just terminate the contract, because if it already happened, we caught the client, or the client just told us, some clients just, hey, I just drew my tax returns in the Photoshop. Hello? Like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? Some clients are just like that. And if that's the case, that's it. This is a termination of the contract without any refund. Okay? No refund, guys. Why? Because we've done our part. It's the client who violated the terms of the contract. So we do not work with fake articles, fake taxes, fake documents, or something that was just bluntly purchased for nothing, for no achievement, for no recognition. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. But when you ecologically use the PR agencies to add a few things to your case, to the core of your case, which is already established by your recognition, by your achievements, I see nothing wrong with it. Okay, the law is totally silent on that. There's nothing in the law that says that you cannot do this, that you can strengthen your case. Nowhere in the law, no case law, nothing talks about this. Guys, don't be scared to ecologically use the services of PR agencies. And when you work with us, we give you the contacts of the good PR agencies that have the reputation, that earned the reputation with us. Not because we check them online, and no, they earned it with the years. And of course, we only give those contacts to the clients that are already working with us. We don't just give it to everybody, but you need to make sure that you work only with professionals. Okay, and it's critical to work also with the ethical, responsible, and professional PR agencies that not gonna screw up your case, not gonna offer you something crazy that's totally illegal. And if you get caught with that, or if you tell us, just be smart about this, guys. If you feel something is fishy, you get offered. Make a hypo, okay? Be smart about this. Make a hypo, Stanislav. Hypothetically, if this would happen, how would that affect the case? Okay? This is the right way to say it instead of Stanislav, here is the, backdated article in the press that somebody did for me, right? This is like the end of the story, basically. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, like, I know you guys all talented people and you're smart, but sometimes it's just 1 out of 100 just does something really beyond my comprehension, right? Like just something, I don't want to call it silly or even stronger word, but yeah, something ridiculous. And guys, never tell your attorney. And let's talk about like some professional things, some professional responsibility. And I hold myself and my team to the highest level of professional responsibility and ethics. Don't tell your we know that working on a tourist visa is illegal. We all know that sending your kids to school on tourist visa is illegal. Working on F1 visa is like, all those things, okay? So you cannot change if you've done it in the past, okay? But at least be smart about this information. If you already have done it, there is no way back. You cannot change it, okay? If you worked on it on ESTA, on tourist visa, on F1, that's done, that's set in stone. But when you file for adjustment of status, I don't want to know about this. And if I know, I'm not signing your 485 form. I'm sorry. Okay? It's in your contract. If I know you've done something illegal, and I'm not, unless you want to put it in your 485 and try to explain, good luck with that. All right? Good luck with that. I want all the questions answered the way they should be answered. And if they cannot be answered, I'm not signing that petition for you. Okay? I can prepare it for you, and you do and you're gonna send it on your own. You're not gonna have G28, the representation form to it. That's one thing. Second thing, guys, I know I said it many times. I'm gonna say it again, because regardless how many times I say it, it seems it doesn't ring the bell for some of my clients. So please, guys, never smack your spouses. Never smack your spouses. But if you want to smack them after you got the citizenship. Okay? This is my mantra, guys. You should never do this. But if you do this, do it after the citizenship. Because guess what? If you smack your spouse and they, in a heat of passion, call the police, you're done. And they are done. And your kids are done. Everybody's done. Okay? Especially with this administration. Okay? So, don't do this. Ever. And you know when you can do this. If things get to this. I'm against violence. I never hit my spouse, and I never will. I don't believe in that. That's not good. That's not good for relationship. That's not good for green card. That's not good for citizenship. That's not good if your kids see that. It's gonna traumatize them. And I know sometimes you wanna do this. Don't. Just don't. Just once you raise that hand, just remember my voice. Don't do this. Don't do this. Okay? And I hope you guys follow my advice. It really messes up things, really. And there's no way back. Okay, I got some cases. I saved some cases in the past, but trust me, it's very expensive and there's zero guarantee, a lot of stress. Yesterday you were on the way to success. Today you're on the way out of the country. Okay? Another thing, and I don't believe you guys that's silly or unclever, let's put it this way. Unless you are US citizens, do not participate in those ridiculous pro-Hamas, pro-Hezbollah, whatever those organizations. Just don't do this. Okay? They're gonna take your visa away. They're gonna take your green card away. They're gonna deport you. Okay? Just don't, even if you for whatever reason support the good cause and your friends, don't do this. Don't participate on campuses, on those whatever organizations. Just don't do that. They're gonna take your picture, they're gonna record you, they're gonna find you, they're gonna find your legal status, they're gonna revoke it, and they're gonna send you out. Okay? This is really serious. And don't do stupid things like spray paint whatever your cause on the wall of some private property. I don't know, your Palestinian supporter, your Israeli support, it doesn't matter whom you support. Just don't vandalize the property because this is a felony. Or it could be a felony in certain states. Okay? And just simple joke. Spraying some word on private property, even on the fence. If you get noticed or arrested, you're done. And your explanations that it was a joke, you don't understand, not gonna fly. Okay? Really serious. Really serious. And other things, driving under influence. Just don't do this. We have Uber. We passed those silly decisions when we had horses and carriers and you could not call someone to pick you up. Right? Just call Uber, call Lyft, whatever. Ask your friend. Don't drive when you're drunk. This is just, it's dangerous for your life, for the life of people surrounding you. It's illegal and it's gonna affect your legal status. Okay? Those things are illegal, guys. And working with the proper PR agencies is not. All right? So you see the contrast of those things, and I know some of you come or watch my streams like almost every time, and those mantras that I'm trying to program you, but I know some people just come and go, and maybe I affect a few people who will not do something crazy that will affect your petition in the future. I already mentioned sending your kids to school when you're on ESTA or on tourist visa. Just don't do this. There is a new form where there is this question. Did you send your kids to school while you were on other states? And I'm paraphrasing. It sounds differently, but that's the point of this question. So yeah, they want to know if you send the kids, and if you provide them the documents that, let's say, you've been here for 6 months and then extended your status for another 6 months, and your kids were with you, they may send an RFE and ask you, please provide the school records for your kids. Which school exactly did your kid go? And please provide the school records for that school so we could see, and attach the translations if it's not non-English school. So guys, think ahead, have a game plan. Just don't improvise those things. Like, don't go to the US on a tourist visa and thinking, I'm gonna figure this out. You won't figure this out. And if you do, you will be very lucky. Okay? It takes a lot of planning and tactics and strategy and understanding of the law and the consequences of certain things, of certain steps that you will take. Okay? You just cannot go to the US without talking to the immigration attorney. If you have idea sometime in the future to come to the US and live here. And by the way, even the fact itself that you on a non-immigrant visa coming to the US with intent to stay, this in itself is illegal, right? That's why when I'm talking about coming to the US on a tourist visa and then filing for EB1A, for example, or other non-immigrant visas, I would always make sure I use the proper form, the proper words. You come to the US on a tourist visa with tourist intention, right? And if that touristic intention changes as you stay here, that's totally fine, because that may happen. But you cannot come with the idea that you're gonna adjust your status, or you're gonna start working, or you're gonna change your status, right? And there's a difference between changing and adjusting your status, right? You guys know it. Changing status is to non-immigrant, non-immigrant to non-immigrant, and adjusting your status is non-immigrant to immigrant. So no green card, green card in these two examples. Okay, so yeah, I got a little bit philosophical today with you guys, but let me tell you, I'm just through those statements and words, I'm kind of sharing my pain with you. I'm sharing my pain with you through the cases that I have. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, someone is going to do something stupid among my clients. And you know, and the interesting part, the most adequate, the most deep, the most clever and smart people do those stupid things. It's just, you know, because sometimes I may suspect something about someone just because I have a really good scanner, because I work with people all my life. I scan you, I see you, not all of you, but most of you, and you guys keep surprising me. You just the life keeps surprising me, which is kind of great. Like the best, the smartest, the most with most achievements do the craziest stuff. Okay. And like one of those clients from California just put the flew from California to another state and put like a few joints, you know, the medical marijuana in his luggage, and he's like, well, this is legal in California. Okay, this is legal in California, yes, but it's illegal on a federal level. And once you cross the border between the states, that's federal. That becomes federal. So, guys, leave your marijuana in the state where you bought it, okay? Just buy it in the state where you're going. And it's not illegal advice, it's a street advice, okay? I have nothing against that, but just don't do things like that. Another example, and I know you guys don't do this, but don't think about doing this. So, if you, let me start differently. It turns out, if you pay a woman or a guy, I don't know, you pay someone from another state to come to your state where you are for some type of sexual activity. Lord knows what it means and what you guys do there, I don't know. But if that person flies and gets to you and performs that, OMG! It turns out, guys, that scenario, which I can totally see happening in just in life, right? Escort, whatever, I don't know what those words are. But if you do this is, guess what? Sex trafficking. Federal offense. Really serious. And of course, it's never just one thing. It's the solicitation and prostitution and sex trafficking. And if it's two of you, it's a conspiracy. Oh my God, this little thing can grow to this craziness. Okay? So guys, don't do this. Don't do this. Never do this. But if you ever choose, you know the time when you want to risk. Because this is the crime regardless if you're a citizen or not. But if you're not citizen, you know what's gonna happen. Out of the country. There's no cure for that. Okay, and guys, this is the real examples. I'm not making every single example I told you is real. Okay, and let me give you another example when actually things went differently as they usually are. So one of my clients had a heated argument with his wife, and they were in process of getting the green cards. They were lucky. They were doing this when Biden was the president. So the wife got a little bit crazy, and she took his phone. She smacked it. Classic, right? Everybody knows smacking the phone on the floor is normal in the relationship. And I'm kind of joking with that. And she smacked him. And then she's like, and I guess he had a really good argument for her that she could not beat. And she thought that it was a great idea to call the police and tell them that he hit her when he didn't. The police came, of course. If you call the police in Russia, probably nobody's coming for this matter, or in Kazakhstan or Eastern Europe. But if you call the cops in the US, they're coming, okay? And they're coming really fast. So the police comes, and usually the way it goes, they don't care. Okay, the woman called, she got hit, they look at her. If they see something going on with her, they just grab the guy, arrest him, take him to the police station, book him, send him to the prosecutor's office. And then they're gonna figure out who did what and whatever. But guys, that was Florida police. And in Florida, we do things a little bit different. So the police actually investigates. And they came, they looked at the woman, at the wife. She was totally fine. They look at the guy. He has the broken phone and scratches on his face. So guess what? They grab the wife, they arrest her, and they book her. And they send her case to the prosecutor's office. Lesson learned. I guess she learned the lesson for the life. But she really endangered her own green card and her kid. Okay? Things went well with them ultimately. We managed. And he said she didn't. He helped, and for the family, good, everything went well. But guys, why did I tell this example? Because it always can turn against you. If you're a woman and you try to do things like that, it can always turn against you. So the bottom line, don't do this. Don't do this at any time, and especially before the citizenship. Okay, I think I drove my point home. I think I did with all these examples that I get almost every week. And let me guys know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it. What are your questions? What you want to find out? What you want to know? What I didn't explain well? Okay, I will be more than happy to spend another 5 minutes before I go and hit the gym to talk to you about this. Oh my God, did you guys see the Bitcoin pumping? Oh, so good. Jeez. That's going up forever, Laura. Bitcoin goes up forever. Okay, I see no questions. I think that means that we are good with our understanding of what's going on. So I wish you all great end of the week, and I'll see you next Thursday. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.